Hi, everybody. Welcome to the last week of August in the summer. Give you a quick update of what's going on at tZERO in the past week. So, first of all, two things have been going on. Over the past month, we've brought in a new chief revenue officer, someone who's going to be working on bringing in more business and also working on strategic partnerships that will grow the enterprise value of the company. And that's been going very well, working really hard. We also just brought in a person to run marketing and PR, which is already diving in deep into the website. And for those of you who sent in suggestions, we will be incorporating some, not all, but some were very good suggestions into the website as we go forward. And that's being worked on constantly. But thank you for your input. And those who want to add any more suggestions, we are reading them. That's been going on, and that's been great. The other thing we're going to be doing, we've talked about in the past, but end of September, early October, we're going to actually roll out our private market auction type facility, which will allow late stage private market participants to have liquidity for their shareholders. We think it's a unique offering, something that no one else is offering, and it's really geared towards the company to easily manage their cap table. And we're bringing in people with a lot of Silicon Valley connections. We have brought in people with a lot of Silicon Valley connections, and we're going to be rolling this out end of September, early October, where we're going to start pitching and getting the companies on the new system. So that's what's going on that side. We have a lot which we're doing on the regulatory front, which I'm going to turn over to Alan to talk a little bit about a couple projects that are keeping him quite busy.
Terrific. Thank you, David. And good to talk to all of you again. On the regulatory side for this week, I'd like to focus on what our path is going to be for addressing non-security digital assets. We've talked a lot about how we can be meaningful participants in the crypto ecosystem that's organic to our mission around tokenization of securities and real world assets and other priorities that Dave talked about on this call and recently. And we think that given our footprint, given the developing political and regulatory reality, it is most appropriate for us to utilize our existing broker-dealer assets, particularly our special purpose broker-dealer, to work to design a system that will allow us to custody and potentially offer and trade non-security digital assets, particularly cryptocurrencies, out of our broker-dealers. And we are deep in conversations with the regulators to that effect. I think that's going to have a number of benefits. It's going to keep all the assets under one roof with far better user experience, far better operational efficiencies. It's also consistent, of course, with the theme that Chairman Atkins of the SEC has been propounding recently around one-stop shopping and SEC regulated entities being able to touch non-security digital assets in very meaningful ways. And of course, that's a theme that we as tZERO have been talking about for years. Now, depending on how politics and regulation are going to evolve in Washington, we're also going to apply for CFTC regulated entities. There's some potential legislation that might provide for meaningful paths for CFTC regulated entities with respect to non-security digital assets and particularly cryptocurrencies. As we're navigating that pathway, we are deep on the path of applying for those licenses as well. If the industry is going to evolve in a way that we can support that activity out of our broker dealers, those entities can support other products and initiatives that we've talked about in the past, whether particularly in the cross and multi-asset environment, including derivatives or other structured products, including predictive markets. And so those are very busy pathways on the regulatory roadmap, not the only ones. And again, thank you for your engagement on social media. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for your criticism. Thank you for your advice, as Dave mentioned, including on our website. We look forward to more engagement. Thank you.
All right, that's it for this week. As we wrap up, as I said, the last week of summer. Looking forward to talking to you all next week. Hope everyone has a nice long weekend for those who are taking it off. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.